CSM TV Time Killer!
Ah, crap!
Yeah!
It's just fun to do. It's just a fun activity to do. It's a great extracurricular activity, and it's just fun to learn how to build this stuff.
Stressful. Very stressful. If something goes wrong, a lot of the time, it's your fault.
This is the first year that First Tech Challenge has been officially done in Maryland. This event is at the top of any of the events that we have seen this year in terms of how it's been run, the attendance of the teams, and the quality of the competition.
It's difficult when you have people screaming 8 different things in your ear to do this, do that, but it's not that bad.
I'm usually the one screaming in their ears. I'm the coach that's always yelling at them.
I went to my first event and I just loved seeing the little Lego robots just go around by themselves, and I was amazed.
It's all part of the game.
It makes me want to, because it's so fun and I'd love to do it in the future.
And when things go wrong and things go right, it can get very exciting. Ever since I got hooked back in 2000, when I was in high school, I haven't been able to stop.
The reward of coming all this way from Sweden just to be in the competition and, just to win something.
We started this a few years back. First of all, we know there's always a lack of engineer in Southern Maryland, and we always have company coming to us asking to hire this engineer, and we seems to have enough graduates of them to go around. So we applied for a National Science Foundation grant a few years back to study how we can improve this, get more students excited about engineering, get them through high school and college and graduate and come back to work. One thing we learned is that we need to have activities that will get them excited about engineering, science, technology. Robotics competition is one of them. And this year we started expanding that and having a regional Maryland State robotics competition. And we find that it is working. We get a lot of students coming to CSM. They're all really excited about that. Once they compete, they go back to their school, they study engineering, and hope to come back the following year to compete again.
Well, this works the same way right here. That one goes up and down. So this one's around. And then this is the 24-inch goal. And we go lower it down off like this. And then we release them.
Very good. The volunteers are coming in at 6:30 in the morning. The team start coming in at 7:30. And as soon as they come in, we start doing robot inspection, because all the team have to pass the inspection to make sure the robots comply with the rules. And after that, we just spend the whole day, almost the whole day, doing qualifying tournaments. Each team is assigned a random partner and then played against random opponents. And they have to play 5 games like that. Each one is a different partners with a different opponents. At the end of that, they were ranked based on how well they did in the qualifying tournaments, and the top 8 teams advanced to the championship rounds. There we play elimination style round.
Ready on the field. Ready on the field. 3, 2, 1, go! And there goes what's in the it's time to grab and take.
The science and technology and the education of science and technology has been identified as a critical need for both the defense side of our economy as well as the competitiveness worldwide. The first programs are specifically designed to get all kids interested in science and technology regardless of their geography, but specifically started in the United States because this has been identified as a critical need, not just at the state level, but certainly at the national level.
I knew I wanted to be an engineer. I always excelled in math and science, but I had no clue exactly what an engineer did. And it's really giving me hands-on experience and giving me background knowledge going into college and giving me that advantage over so many other students.
Applied learning allowed the student to learn the lesson from a textbook, but apply it with a real-life example. They get to see that what they're learning actually makes sense, that they need that principle or theory in real life to make things work. It's no longer just a textbook formula. It becomes something that they really have to calculate in order for the robot to work.
Basically, when I was in high school, I was actually trying to become a business major, essentially. And I was taking all these different business courses. But then I was like, hey, might as well try out this first robotics club. Sounds interesting. I like taking things apart and whatnot. Might actually enjoy it. And ever since I actually took that program, I changed my entire focus. I went from going to the business track to an engineering track. The best thing about this program, though, is it's sort of like a sport. It gets you really involved, very energetic, and it's not like a normal science fair with like, hey, so-and-so just mixed two and two chemicals together and made a volcano. Let's see what we have over here. No, this one actually involves students, gets them all energetic. If you actually watch one of these events, it's sort of set up like a sports event. You see teams cheering and whatnot, as well as life lessons. It's not about the robots, it's about the people. Essentially, what you'll get out of this program is life skills that will carry with you forever.
One thing that's different with our robotics competition too is that the student doesn't approach this competition as a competition. They actually come and think of it as a celebration. They just spend 4 months, 5 months building the robot, testing the robots, and they get to come. So it's a celebration, and you will see teams dancing during halftime. You will see teams bring cheerleader to cheer on their teams. So it's almost like a sports event, and that's one of the goals of this event is to make a science event exciting. In the past, a science event always limited to science fair, where everybody dress up. It's all very formal. Well, but excitement is what gets students enjoy studying.
Let's hear it for the Red Alert!
So we try to make this more like a sports event where we got people in the crowd cheering for a team. And you also see some of the volunteers, judges, referees joining in and dance at the halftime.
Sure. Okay, shut it down. Shut down everything.
And local sponsorships really help because they're bringing up young engineers that can potentially get jobs at those companies later on when they come back from college or even like as summer interns. It helps the community, helps build up more engineers and helps the economy.
A match is about 2 minutes and 20 seconds long. The first 20 seconds of a match is what we call autonomous period. During that period, the robots work by itself. The driver cannot control the robot in any way. At the end of the 20 seconds, we move into the user control mode. At that time, we have 22 minutes of user controlling the robots and scoring points. And you will see them picking up their controller and try to score points. Aside from the skills applying what they learn in the classroom, they learn about leadership, about teamwork, cooperations, and one thing nice about our robotics competition is that we also teach them what we call gracious professionalism. It means that you compete hard in the field, but when you get off the field, you need to work together, help each other solve their problems. So you will see at the competition is that teams, they compete in the field, but when they get off the field, they help their opponents. They help fix their robot. They help lend supplies and equipment to help their opponents fix the robot. So all of that allow them to be a better person. We find out that a lot of our students come back after they competed the following year to come back and volunteers. So we see a lot of our students have a high rate of volunteers in our students once they competed in our event. these students don't usually get a chance to go out and have fun like that. Usually they are always viewed as uptight, very serious engineer. So we give them a venue to let go and have fun, enjoy and do some dancing. We don't want to make them too focused again at the day of the event. So we give them a chance to let loose and dance and sing. Basically just try to have fun with their friends.
CSM TV Time Killer!